The greatest of all time, ladies and gentlemen, Jon Jones!
Jon "Bones" Jones is considered by many experts as the greatest fighter of all time the world has ever seen.
Jon's got his head. He's got a choke. Leono's in trouble. It is all over. Jon Jones remains. Jones trying to press the issue here. Tony is down. That's it. He's out. He's out. Jones has done it. Jones to the body. And it is all over. Jon Jones is the youngest champion in UFC history.
Despite his controversies and legal issues outside the octagon, it's hard to argue against his GOAT status when we look at his impressive UFC resume. In this video, we'll be looking at Jon's 13 brutal UFC finishes. After getting into the UFC, Jones achieved his first finish in his third fight against Jake O'Brien at UFC 100. The majority of the match was dominated by Jones, who was able to secure a modified guillotine choke that forced O'Brien to submit.
Early. Oh, he caught him. He tried that spinning elbow and he clipped the top of the head of Jake.
Following the victory, Jones was subsequently rewarded by the UFC by signing a 4-fight contract. In the same year, Jones faced fellow light heavyweight contender Matt Hamill at the Ultimate Fighter heavyweight finale. Jones utilized his wrestling skills to overpower Hamill, causing Hamill to dislocate his shoulder with a takedown and striking him multiple times. Some of those strikes were illegal 12-6 elbows, and Jones was initially penalized a point for the round.
He's doing a good job. Big elbows. No, you can't do 12-6.
However, when Hamill was unable to continue due to the injury caused by that elbow, the referee disqualified Jones from the fight for the illegal strike and declared Hamill as the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest. Due to intentional elbows, there's been a disqualification of Johnny "Bones" Jones. Therefore, the winner is Matt Hamill.
And that's how Jones had that one loss in his entire MMA career. But we all know that it was just another finish for Jones. On March 21, 2010, at UFC Live, Vera vs. Jones, Jones fought Brandon Vera and won the fight by TKO after an elbow to Vera's face followed up with various punches in the first round.
Good job defensively, though. Big elbow. Ate a shot there. Oh, yeah, that hurt. He's hurt. Jon Jones was hurt. Vera's hurt. Jon Jones. That's it.
The elbow delivered to stop the fight also broke Vera's face in 3 places. But this time, the elbows were all legal, and hence no one took away that victory. After that, Jones fought former IFL light heavyweight champion Vladimir Matyushenko at UFC Live, Jones vs. Matyushenko. Around 2 minutes into the first round, Jones takes Matyushenko to the ground and TKOs him with elbow strikes.
Underneath the other leg.
Top 8 light heavyweight fighters and promised him a title shot if he could get a finish in his next 2 fights. Later at UFC 126, Jon Jones faced Ryan Bader, the undefeated Ultimate Fighter, who had not lost a single fight in his professional career. After dominating the first round, Jones was able to secure a second-round submission victory by virtue of a guillotine choke.
He's not looked. Nice kick. That's what he's going to try to use to stand back up with. Yeah, it looks like he's working for a Darce choke, Mike. I can't see it trying to slide his right arm all the way through, and he's going to try to connect it to his body. Enables him to attack with chokes. Oh, he got it!
After the fight, Jones was awarded the Submission of the Night bonus, and Ryan Bader left the arena with his first professional loss. Right after that fight, it was announced that title contender Rashad Evans, who was Jones's training partner at the time, had suffered a knee injury while in training and would be unable to compete in a scheduled fight against UFC light heavyweight champion Mauricio Shogun Rua. Since Jones was at the top of the ranking list, UFC gave that opportunity to Jones and he fought for the belt at UFC 128. After an early flying knee, which badly hurt Shogun, Jones was able to dominate him throughout the 3 rounds. Towards the end of the 3rd round, a body shot and knee to the head dropped the champion to his knees, causing the referee to step in and halt the match. Beating Shogun made him the new light heavyweight champion of the UFC and also the youngest champion ever in UFC history. That record still remains unbroken to this date. Jones's first title defense was supposed to be against his former teammate and friend, Rashad Evans, at UFC 133, but Jones was sidelined with an injury to his hand. When he returned, Jones made his first title defense against Quinton Rampage Jackson at UFC 135. As the cage closed, Jones stood toe-to-toe with Jackson and used his staggering reach advantage to inflict damage while keeping Jackson from finding his range. Jones put on a well-rounded and sustained effort that lasted into the championship rounds.
He's trying to control his wrist, and he eats another elbow and another punch. Rampage has got to hit the escape. He's got to buck. There he goes. There he goes. He's got to keep going. Got to keep going. What a great shot.
1 minute into the 4th round, Jones took Jackson to the ground and beat him using a rear naked choke submission. In the process, he became the first fighter to ever submit Jackson. What a performance that was! Hey, but before we continue, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Moving on, the negotiations for a rematch between Jones and Evans were resumed, with a bout scheduled for UFC 140 event. However, Evans' prolonged thumb injury sidelined him from another shot at the light heavyweight championship, and Jones faced Lyoto Machida at the same event. At the fight, Machida was able to adjust his stance and keep Jones off balance in the stand-ups. He even forced Jones to backpedal at one point early in the 1st round after landing a powerful counter straight and following up with a series of straight punches. However, the 2nd round was completely a different story, as Jones figured out his timing and successfully defended the light heavyweight championship by virtue of fatality.
Got his head. He's got a choke. Trying to choke him out.
After a disagreement with UFC President Dana White over his pay, Jones announced in May 2020 that he has vacated the UFC light heavyweight championship. 3 years later, he returned to the UFC and fought Cyril Gane in his long-awaited heavyweight debut for the vacant title of the division on the line. While many anticipated Gane to challenge Jones's MMA GOAT status, the former light heavyweight champion made it look easy and was able to secure a quick submission just 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the 1st round.
Jones is just making him carry him.
And he's putting pressure.
This performance cemented Jon Jones's GOAT status, as many people who were still doubting him had no more excuses and had to embrace him as the true greatest of all time. With his upcoming title defense at UFC 295 against, who many considered, the greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic, Jones has the opportunity to put the final jewel to his impressive legacy and retire into the sunset as the greatest to ever do it. How do you think this fight will go? Will Stipe upset Jones and ruin the party for him? Or does Jones make it look easy and finish Stipe? Let us know your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you won't miss any of our future videos. And that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, fight fans!